Riley Martinez, quarterback for Exeter Township, and you're watching Football Night on Flagship Network.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's how to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right.
It's a beautiful night for football here at Governor Mifflin High School in Shillington, Pennsylvania. The Governor Mifflin Mustangs tonight will play host to the Hempfield Black Knights in a battle of teams from Section 1 and Section 2. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast alongside Nako Van, who's back with me for week number 3.
Yes, sir.
My name is Max Gretzel. So excited to be with you to kick off week 3 as we have some fun here with two teams, two different sections, still not into section play yet, but coming off a week in week 2 where we saw a lot of explosive offensive play. Tonight we hope for the same.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Big-time offensive plays. We've got 2 quarterbacks here who are coming into their first year starting, so they're getting some of those pregame jitters out from last week. And, of course, LeBron Leaf, 10 for 18, 104 yards, and 1 touchdown last week. So we'll see more of that this week from him.
Yeah, we definitely expect him to perform at a high level. On the other side of things, we'll talk about the other quarterback, Derek Catch, coming in as a senior here for Hempfield, threw for over 2,000 yards last season, and so far he's off to a good start, completing 71% of his passes. We'll have kickoff coming your way next, but before we do that, we'll shout out to our sponsors real quick. Dean's Auto Plaza, Palumbo Foods, Reading Raptors, Paolo's Restaurant, Footworks, Berks County Views, Land Hope Farm. Stick with us, everyone, tonight from Governor Mifflin High.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Woo! Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
tasty treats available for reasonable prices. All proceeds support Governor Mifflin.
Welcome back, everyone. Max Gretzel and Nate Govan on the call with you tonight from Governor Mifflin Stadium here, week number 3 of our football on Friday nights here on the Flagship Network. So excited you guys can be back with us. We've had some exciting matchups in the last 2 weeks to open our season. 2 very different strategies when it comes to offense and defense. And, of course, the scoring aspect. We saw a blowout in week 1, West York and Elko. Last week, obviously, we saw York put a beat down, for the most part offensively, on Manheim Township. But that was a heck of a game. Obviously, it was super exciting to be there.
It was.
As the kickoff goes through the end zone. And Governor Mifflin will start with possession of the football. We'll see what LeBrian Leaf and company can do on their first possession of the game.
Well, and Max, I'm really I'm hoping that the weather will just kind of cool down a little bit for these players out here. It is a tad bit humid today, so
as we get attacked by these bugs up here.
Oh man, you guys can't see it, but the gnats are all over. Today was definitely a day where I should have wore a polo shirt, Max.
I'm with you 100%. I feel the same way. So LeBrian Leaf, the senior leader, two-way player, obviously, as well. He's had a heck of a career as a Mustang. Leaf wears number 11, is in the shotgun on first down with some pre-snap motion. Takes the snap, turns the corner on the right-hand side, and corkscrews his way to the 22-yard line. Pick up of 2 on the play.
Well, and that's a pretty good job there by Hempfield of just kind of like staying with that option play for the quarterback. And we're seeing right away, Leaf is going to put some pressure on his defense to make a read. We'll see how long it takes before he actually pitches that ball or does a little something different with it.
Derek Dentale, another guy that has to be highlighted as we start this football game along with Leaf. And he should get his fair share of catches throughout the game. Patrick Stewart, another member of this team that had a healthy amount of carries a week ago. Nick Callis gets the first handoff of the game from Leaf and takes it up the gut for about 3. That'll bring up a third down and about 5 there, Nate, I'd say?
Yeah, third and about 5, I would say. And that's just power football, tough, smash mouth, run it up the gut. So right away, we see there it's going to be a physical game tonight, Max. So we'll see how well these offensive and defensive linemen hold up with that style.
Well, you saw the graphic in the open, 10 of 18 a week ago for Leaf from a completions and passes perspective. Had the 1 touchdown. But tonight, it looks like so far the story is run the football, control the clock. And Leaf looks to throw his first pass of the game to the outside. Top of your screen, pass is caught. And that is Joe Murray on the reception.
Down, Governor Mifflin.
Well, that's a quick timing play. Leaf drops back. He hits him on I'll call it not a deep hook, but probably a 10 to 8 yard hook. And, great catch, great turn, run with the football. Great play right there.
A lot of senior leaders on this team outside of Leaf, of course. Dentale, Callis, Murray, all seniors. Cameron Overlay, who we haven't mentioned yet, also a senior. So they have the leadership. It's just about getting the job done in between the lines. So first down, move the chains. Ball's marked at the 34-yard line.
And Hempfield is playing off of the receivers. I'm curious to see how long that lasts. Did I tell you that option?
You could hear the crack of the helmets on that play, Nate, as Leaf try the almost like the read option there, it looked like for the most part. The pitch play could have been on. It wasn't. He kept it himself. Clock continues to wind here in the first quarter, keeping catch on the sideline.
Now, if the option offense is going to be what they go to for today, Leafs' decision-making is very vital to the success for Mifflin.
Catch again, takes the snap. This time he'll pitch it, and it's a smart decision. Another big-time hit by the defense there of Hempfield.
And that was. So that's the third time we've seen that option-style offense. He kept it twice, and I said, I wonder when he's going to pitch it. So it's really what he's seeing. Does that defensive end crash, or does he hold back a little bit? And we'll kind of see what happens. But Hempfield is playing it well. They haven't had any big gains on it, so that's pretty good for Hempfield.
Credit P.J. Poole, number 8, with the tackle. And Stewart gets his first touch of the game. So Leaf, Stewart, and Callis all have touched the football so far in the backfield for the Mustangs. Leaf back to pass for the second time tonight. Has nowhere to go. Tucks his head. Rolls past the 40 and is brought down right around the 44-yard line. And we'll move the chains on that note.
Yeah, that's just Leaf making something happen. Now, he looked like he did have a receiver open on his left-hand side, but he pulled his eyes down and decided to take off with it. I'm wondering how long Hempfield will continue to play their corners off 5 to 7 yards off of the receivers here. Maybe they're challenging Leaf to throw it.
That's 2 third-down conversions for the Mustangs on this drive, which started at their own 20-yard line. Ball's now marked at the 44. Callis right behind Leaf. He gets the carry, goes right up the gut. It's a fake, and instead it's a little end-around play. And Stewart's brought down just shy of midfield. So how about that? They have multiple bodies, kind of what we saw last year with Grady Gardner, who has since moved on. But you have a lot of pre-snap motion in that backfield, and that throws the defense through a loop.
Yeah, I think the old school guys call it a little sleight of hand, Max.
Yes.
You know, fake one way, hand it off the other, coming back up the middle.
Same type of formation here for the most part. You have Leaf about to get under center. You have Callis right behind him. 4 wide receivers set. Stewart goes in motion. Callis gets the carry, goes up the middle, has a first down as he works his way into enemy territory.
Well, and that's a pretty good run right up the gut there. And thank goodness number 27, Gabe Buckwalter, is there to make the tackle because he might have got a 15, 20-yard gain on that.
Callis had some daylight, took advantage of it. It's a fresh set of downs for the Mustangs.
43-yard.
And it is something to watch this Mifflin offense, the way that the tailback is, you know, pretty much on his knee, looking like a fullback all day back there, and that's a ground and pound style of offense.
Same formation yet again. This time overleg goes in motion. Leaf will keep himself inside the 40, going the distance. 10, 5, touchdown Mustangs.
Oh man, I think they're turning over a new leaf here in Governor Mifflin, Max. Let's go, baby.
LeBron Leaf, who was limited to just 7 rushing yards a week ago by that Perk Valley defense, is officially in the scores book here tonight in the opening quarter.
Well, and Max, and fans out there, pay attention to this, right? It's all of the different looks that they've been giving Hempfield out of the option. First, he keeps it twice. Then he pitches it. Then there's that sleight of hand, and it comes up the middle. So now the defense is looking. Where do we go? What's coming next? And what happens? Bang. Pop one for a long touchdown.
So Leaf and company strike first here tonight on their home turf. Derek Hatch and the Black Knights will try to answer when we come back. Welcome back, everyone. The Mustangs lead 7-0 here tonight in week number 3 of Friday Night Football on the Flagship Network. Max Gritzel and Nate Govan with you. Not only do the Mustangs lead 7-0, they took a good chunk of time off of the clock here in the first quarter.
Yeah, nothing like clock management, eating up the clock. But now I'm very curious to see how Hempfield responds here. Not that they should be down. You know, it's only 1 touchdown, but that it wasn't too hard to do. I'll say that. You know, a little bit of trickery here, a little bit of trickery there. Bang, big touchdown.
Lance Koenig with a big-time leg kicks one into the end zone,
man.
And that'll be a touchback. Lance Koenig, who had a 41-yard field goal last week, which would have been good from 50 yards. So the kid's got a serious leg, and he shows you right there.
Wow, and number 10, Jack Miller, he almost caught that one with his face mask.
Yeah.
Max, did you see that? So,
Never a good sign when you're catching it with your face mask.
I mean, man. I mean, it probably, I don't know, maybe he lost it in the clouds or something like that. Well, things happen.
Things happen.
Things happen. Things happen.
So it was an 80-yard drive to start the game
Wow.
for the Mustangs. And I tell you what, the Black Knights will have to do the same if they want to match Governor Mifflin on this drive. Catch, the quarterback, sends his tailback in motion and gives it to him on the first snap on the offensive side of things. He works his way up past the 25-yard line and brought down shortly after that. It's Abdur Rahman on the reception.
For the Black Knights.
Yeah, and I wonder what the correct pronunciation of that is.
Oh, that's actually my apologies. I'm looking at the wrong one. It's Orion Abrams who
Yeah,
actually
there you go.
caught that pass. And, Nate, that's his 19th catch of the season already, so my apologies.
Oh, wow, that's his 19th of the season already. So he's going to be a big target tonight. I wonder, I'm sure Mifflin knows that. How will they try to take him out of the game?
Cooper Keever to the left of catch as he takes the snap, fires to the far sideline. It's complete. And just like that, moved the chains on the opening drive. It's P.J. Poole, the two-way player.
And on that one, you see quick play because the defensive cornerbacks are playing off of the wide receivers. That's what I thought I would see Mifflin do a little bit more. But Mifflin looks to be more about the ground and pound today. And Hempfield, if you watch them in the past, they are a team that gets the ball out quick. When they got a good quarterback who can throw the ball, their offense is fast to get the ball out quick to the receivers.
So Poole lined up, bottom of the screen. Catch, takes the snap, hands off to his running back, and there's nowhere to go. The first rushing attempt for Hempfield goes nowhere.
Yeah, that Governor Mifflin D-line is just playing really stout right now. They're not being fooled by anything. So we'll see what Hempfield does on this second down play. 2nd and 10.
Dante Lewis got the carry on that play, and he's now off the field. He wears number 6. Bottom of the screen, one-on-one coverage is Abrams, so keep an eye on him.
Wow, and look at that cushion. It's like a 10-yard cushion they're giving him out there.
Catch, fires, passes tipped off the face mask of the defensive end. Derek Dentale came off the edge and almost came away with an interception.
Well, that's a great play by the defensive end. Number one, he knows they want to get that ball out quick and fast. He knows that. I'm sure it was on the scouting report. So what does he do? He gets his hands up and tries to make a play. If he doesn't touch that, that's definitely a completion to the top receiver on Hempfield's team.
Catch was looking for Abrams in the slot. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. 5:27 to play in the first quarter. Snap goes over the head of Catch. Trying to pick it up, and he's swallowed by 2 red jerseys on the play. So the Mustangs take advantage of the snap. And Jesus Pagan Pacheco, not related to Isaiah Pacheco, but he makes the play in the backfield.
Hey, man, first to get there, great job by him. And, that's just mistakes, Max. I say it all the time. Football is a game of inches, and it's a game of mistakes. And that hurt right there. That hurt.
Brady Bisco on the punt. Clean snap, line drive punt. It's going to take a bounce at around the 40-yard line and continues to hop deeper into Mifflin territory inside the 20 and now inside the 15. How about that? Great punt from Bisco. And even though the Mustangs, or even I should say the Black Knights, didn't get the job done offensively, at least they pinned the Mustangs back a little deeper than previously expected.
Yeah, they definitely did. And talk about getting a heck of a bounce, from the football. So we'll see what the defense can do.
So Leaf back onto the field after the healthy run for the touchdown. And I'm sure he would love nothing more than to try to pin this Black Knight defense back on their heels yet again and come away with points.
Well, let's see what the first play call is. Is it another option play? Do they go up the middle? And look at these cornerbacks. We got one playing off, the other one's playing pretty close up top.
Both on the outside and in the slot. As Callis gets his number called yet again and works his way forward for about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play before he's brought down.
And, Max, I think we're just seeing a very now patient offense by Governor Mifflin, right? We've got points on the board. Now we're just going to play our style of football and take what the defense gives us. So I'm curious to see what they do in these next couple of plays.
Well, you see the difference, too. The huddling has been key so far, taking their time, letting the clock wind, letting the play clock run. It's a 2nd down and 4 now. A little bit more pressure at the line of scrimmage as Overlay goes in motion. Leaf hands off up the middle, and it's read well by the Hempfield defensive line.
Oh, yeah. Wow. A little bit of pads popping out there.
Caden Buckwalter in on the stop.
They were ready
So
for
what
that.
looked like a promising first play, which it was clearly, is now going to back up the Mustangs. 3rd down and long. First time they're facing some scrutiny here tonight.
Well, so now we'll see what Leaf can do with his arm.
Exactly right.
Obviously. I mean, now granted, he's got some wheels. He can still run, but I'm sure the Black Knights will be watching closely.
Third down and 1. Play was blown dead before, obviously, Callis was pushed way back towards his own goalpost for the most part there. Leaf, again, the triple option comes into play, and it's going to be a first down.
Nice.
So move the change yet again. That time it was Overlay.
Well, and Hempfield is being pretty disciplined, but they're just not getting there fast enough. They need to get there maybe 2 or 3 seconds quicker to kind of negate that play, but shout out to Mifflin for the execution of it.
Head coach Nick Morrissey for the Mustangs in his second season at the head coaching spot for the Mustangs. Ran a very similar offense, I should say, last year with Pletz and Grady Gardner, who have since graduated. But so far, for the most part, the same type of offense as we have Overly in motion. Leaf, deep shot, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Murray on the deep shot.
Incomplete.
And Murray standing at 6'3", 170 pounds.
Murray certainly had a step there, just an inaccurate pass.
Yeah, but you know, that's a matchup you look to take advantage of as much as you can. You know, Gabe Williams was the one defending him over there. Gabe Williams is 5'10", 160 pounds senior. So there's a lot of inches that are given up. So you got to try to attack that if you're Governor Mifflin.
2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Leaf takes the snap, triple option plays on yet again. He gets it to Callis, has some running room, and he's brought down at the 35-yard line. So another positive gain for the Mustangs.
Just chipping away at the defense, taking what the defense gives you, and it's for Mifflin, it's a safe play. You know, you can tell this is what they do: high percentage play, low chance to turn the ball over.
We'll give credit to the offensive line as Callis had some serious space to work with as we move inside of 2 minutes to play in the first quarter time, moving quickly.
Brings up a 3rd down for the Mustangs.
Murray and Overly again out wide. Overly in the slot. Murray, bottom of your screen. Callis to tailback.
Oh, got him.
Pre-snap movement at the line. Penalty markers down. We'll see who moved first.
Hey, ball start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
False start of the offense.
So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It'll back up the Mustangs. And now it's going to be a 3rd down and about 7.
Yep, there'll be some wind sprints ran for that one, Max. Definitely.
False start assessed against the Mustangs.
I think sometimes we also see that head fake by the quarterback trying to get that defensive line to jump. I feel like that's been a point of emphasis by the officials over the last few years as Leaf goes back to pass, steps up, scrambles, fires. Murray! Oh, he couldn't come up with it.
Well, that was a nice play. Leaf is running. He picks his eyes up and sees Murray, and he puts some touch on it. I think Murray might have been running before he actually brought the football in because it looked like it was in his hand.
Yeah, the D-backs kind of stopped moving, let Murray get over their heads, thinking Leaf was going to run, and it was just an inaccurate pass for the most part, maybe one step too far for the receiver.
And that's what happens when you have a mobile quarterback. You got to respect his ability to run.
Zion Caban back to return. Leaf set the punt. And it's a high arcer. Bouncing at the 50, takes a mini Mustang bounce and dies around the 45-yard line of the Black Knights. So they have pretty solid field position as they come out for their second offensive possession of the game.
And if you're Hempfield right now, you're just glad to get your defense off the field and give your offense a chance to do something here before the quarter runs out with 56 seconds left.
So Catch got the ball out quickly on 2 plays on the first possession, then had one batted down at the line of scrimmage in the danger zone. So hopefully the chemistry with his receivers is a little bit better on this possession. You have, obviously, Abrams down at the bottom of your screen, the biggest threat offensively outside of Catch, as he's back to pass yet again, fires, hits his tight end, who spins off of one defender, goes up the field, and goes into enemy territory right around a first down. It's going to be a pickup of 11, so we'll move the chains.
And that's just a nice
Lewis on the reception.
That's a nice catch by Lewis, and a nice, just spin move to get some yards after the catch there, too. Nice little spin, bang. Keep your feet. Oh, a little juke move. Good job, young man.
That's good running by the wideout. So one play, one first down on this possession. Catch, hands off. And it's a good pursuit by that defensive front from the Mustangs. It's going to be a loss of 1.
Yeah, Mifflin's D-line is playing pretty stout, man. So we're not getting a whole lot of push from Hempfield's offensive line. But at the same time, though, Max, I like Hempfield's ability to get that ball out quick. I would just stay with it,
Stay on the perimeter for the most part, right?
If Mifflin is going to continue to play 10 yards off the football, take it. Take it. That's what I'm saying.
Couldn't agree more. On that note, that brings us to the end of the first quarter. It's the Mustangs 7, the Black Knights 0. Mifflin so far so good on their home turf here tonight. Start of the second quarter here at Government Mifflin High School. Pitch play is on. It's Lewis yet again. He's got 3 straight touches, and he's hammered down around the 41-yard line. So Lewis catches one and then runs 2 offensively for the Black Knights. It's been pretty solid so far on this possession.
Well, and Dylan Worley puts a nice little pop on him. And if there's anything that I would tell Dante Lewis on that run, hey, man, get down, stay low. Especially when you're playing in a physical game like this, man, you run high like that, you are going to get popped.
Another big third down in this football game, 3rd and 8 to be exact. Catch, back to pass, has a clean pocket, fires, and it's caught. Poole has the catch inside of the 25-yard line and knocked out of bounds around the 20.
Well, again, take what the defense gives you. There's no need to do too much. They're giving it to you all day long. So take it, and it's working.
Poole and Abrams have been a dynamic duo so far as receivers for the Black Knights.
On the tackle for the Mustangs, number 53, Dylan Worley. Makes a big first down for the Black Knights at the 21-yard line.
All right, so Hempfield is in scoring position for the first time today, so let's see if they change up anything that they do offensively or if they keep doing what they're doing.
Matt Talbot goes in motion, number 21. That ball's intercepted, thrown into no man's land. The Mustangs come away with a big-time play, and it's Worley on the interception.
Wow, Worley just made the big pop, and now he's in the right place at the right time for the interception.
Worley out of defensive line spot makes the tackle on Poole on the previous play and then comes away with the pick. I don't know what Catch was thinking there. Obviously a dangerous pass regardless of if it was intercepted or not, but it looked like he had almost like a slip screen set up and then threw it inaccurately.
I don't know what happened there. I know they'll go back to the drawing board and switch that thing up, but turnovers, man. Turnovers will kill your football team's chance to win.
Just like that, a promising drive is wiped away. And Leaf and company go back to work. Callis remains in the game at the running back spot. He gets it on 1st down and 10, and it's going to be a pickup of 2 yards on the play, bringing up a 2nd down and 8.
Well, and again, with that turnover by Hempfield, if you're Mifflin, I'm cool with running this clock, taking little wins on each play. Give me 3 yards to carry, I'll take that all day.
So far, if you're head coach Nick Morrissey, you got to feel pretty good about how the way your team has played so far. Stewart now in the backfield as well as Callis. Callis gets the ball yet again, tries the left side and maneuvers his way close to a 1st down, just shy, bringing up a 3rd down and 1.
And Hempfield they're struggling to read this option here. And really it comes down to your defensive ends being able to stay home, your linebackers being able to key in on the fullback and the quarterback, and just being disciplined with your assignments. So I'm sure this will get better as the game goes on for Hempfield.
A 3rd down and 1 plays right into the hands of Mifflin. So far here tonight, they've ran a lot of misdirection plays, and they have been successful so far. Leaf on the quarterback sneak, barrels forward, and I think he got it. And the referee does signal 1st down. So it's going to bring up a fresh set of downs for the home team.
All right, here we go.
Well, you mentioned, Nate, turnovers so important in a close game like this. Only 7-0 here as we move forward in the 2nd quarter. So far, I think as we look ahead with the rest of this football game, we expect it to be a back-and-forth battle. It's really going to come down to Hempfield at this point defensively. Can they get a stop? Not only that, maybe a turnover.
Yeah, they need something to generate some momentum, because if Mifflin gets another score here, it could be problematic.
Leaf scrambling to the far sideline, trying to maneuver past one defender. He's spun down, gets rid of the football, and the pass goes incomplete with a receiver in the area. So no intentional grounding.
Yeah, no intentional grounding, but I'd like to see Leaf just get rid of it a little sooner. Don't take that risk of being sacked and maybe that ball coming out the wrong way. He got rid of it in time, but man, was that close, Max.
Shout out to the bands on both sides here tonight. Crowd tonight as well, Nate, for Hempfield has traveled well. Far sideline looks pretty crowded.
Yeah, they do got a nice little following over there, man, and that's what you want to see for your high school football team.
No doubt about it. Ball's loose, bodies on the turf, and I think, yes, indeed, it was Stewart who jumped on the football. So one interception on one side of things, that ball can bounce anywhere, and Hempfield can't come away with it.
Well, and as they say, man, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way. Don't get frustrated. Don't let it deter you. Hempfield's got to keep playing good, solid football and, get a little bit more out of their defensive line up front.
So after the negative play, that brings up a 3rd down and 15, something that the Mustangs haven't faced yet here tonight. Murray goes in motion. Leaf goes back to pass. He's pressured immediately, and he throws an interception. Not only that, it's going to be a pick 6. Unbelievable. It's Caden Buckwalter on the return to the end zone for a Black Knights touchdown.
Wow, talk about a tip drill. That thing was bobbled and bumbled and until it was actually brought in by Buckwalter. And goodness gracious, what a play by Hempfield.
Well, on that note, you were talking about momentum swings.
Yep.
You see one right there. I mean, not only was it backwards on 2 plays in a row for the Mustangs, then they do the ultimate damage to themselves, which is the interception and the pick 6.
And I said, too, just don't be discouraged. Don't be deterred. Just stick with it, and lo and behold, that's what happens.
Extra point is up, and it's good.
And that's football, ladies and gentlemen. At any given time, any given play, things can change.
8:13 to play in the second quarter. We're knotted at 7.
Our score.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
7-7.
House and number 28, Patrick Stewart.
Welcome back, everyone. 7-all here tonight at Governor Mifflin Football Stadium, Shillington, Pennsylvania. Max Gretzula and Nate Govan on the call with you. Callis and Stewart, two of the tailbacks, back to return this kickoff by Hempfield. It's a low liner, and it bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Ball comes out to the 20-yard line, Nate. I tell you what, that's another thing that we've seen points of emphasis, rule changes, etc., however you want to put it, over the last few years, not only at the high school level, but the college level and the pros as well. Touchbacks in high school still coming out to the 20. We saw last night as the NFL season kicked off, if there's a kickoff through the back of the end zone or whatnot, a touchback comes out to the 35. That's a massive difference.
Oh, that is. I mean, it's almost like giving away free field.
Exactly.
So if you've got a kicker that's got a leg, his value just went up.
So Leaf looking to put the last pass behind him. Goes under center on this play. Stewart goes in motion. The hand goes to Callis. He works up the middle for about 4 on first down.
And you can see Mifflin, Max, is just, they're going to stick to doing what they did. And, they're going to chip away until they pop another big one. And I don't blame them because they have the ability to do it and the skill set from their players.
Mustangs gain of 5 yards on the run.
Well, we mentioned the changes in the offseason for Mifflin. Obviously losing their starting quarterback. They also lost their all-league cornerback and Reese Hull as well. Led the section in interceptions just 2 years ago. So they have a lot of players that they have to replace, and so far they've done a pretty good job. Obviously a record of 1-1, and trying to rebound off of that pick 6 on the last possession. So far, Nate, like you mentioned, keep the football on the ground. Good things happen normally for this team. And you see Callis picking up the first down right there. We'll move the chains.
Yeah, the option is problematic for Hempfield, and I wonder what adjustment they'll make in the second half to kind of counteract that. So right now, Hempfield is lining up in a 3-4 defense. I wonder if they'll switch to a 4-4, or 4-3, I'm sorry, rather, to just kind of get extra hands on the guards to kind of disrupt what they do with this option.
Well, one of the key things in the offseason was trying to rebuild the offensive line. So far, they've done a pretty good job of that. We'll see, because they have some tall tests ahead on that schedule if they can keep it up. But it's positive gain after positive gain, albeit short ones. But you mentioned it earlier in that first quarter, keep chipping away.
Yeah, and again, I'll take 3 yards a pop on a carry because you stay on pace to get the first down.
Clock continues to wind in the second quarter as well.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Second down and about 6 coming up.
And, Max, in preparation for this game, I reached out to Governor Mifflin standout Ishmael Ayala, and he was just talking about some of these players on his team that he expects to see a lot out of. I know he's watching tonight.
He had a couple of big plays on this field just a season ago.
Yes, he did.
Callis remains in the backfield. He gets the carry, goes up the middle, nothing doing that time. Pickup of about maybe 2. It's going to bring him a third down
Callis, the ball carrier,
and about 4 on the play.
Wrapped up by number 27, Gabe Buckwalter.
And Gabe Buckwalter makes a really good stop there. Very clean tackle on that one.
Number 8, Dentale, one of the senior leaders for the Mustangs, jogs back into the huddle on third down. One of the biggest plays of the game, I'd say, so far, Nate, in this one. Can the Mustangs keep this possession going? Because you don't want to let that Hempfield offense get some momentum, especially with a quarterback like Catch, who's been productive for the last 2+ seasons.
Yeah, really, hopefully, perfect scenario for Mifflin is just to hold this thing till about a minute and a half and get a score.
Press coverage on the bottom of your screen, a little bit of pre-snap motion, and Stewart with nowhere to go got the handoff, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and mark it 1.5, Nate.
Patrick Stewart, the ball carrier for Governor Mifflin.
And are they going to punt?
2 yards.
No. Looks like. Well, we'll see.
Maybe 2, 3.
4th and 3, maybe.
4th and 2. Okay.
4th and 2. Okay. Yeah, honestly.
Mustang's going to go. You think it's the right call?
It is the right call because your run game is working so well. I think you get 2 yards, but Hempfield wants to see how they line up. Probably call a timeout and make some adjustments.
Yeah, they're going to talk things over. Big 4th down play coming up. We'll step aside and be right back after this. Back here to have a timeout. 4th down, and the offense remains in the huddle.
All right, let's see what we got here, Max. I really like to see some play action from Mifflin because Hempfield is really king on every play.
Yeah, you see that box completely stacked. Leaf, hands, Callis, got it.
Man, that was close. Are they going to bring the chains out?
They might. I think it's a 1st down.
By number 7, Will Keppel.
But it's going to be close. I thought from the naked eye he got it. I was pretty confident in that.
I wasn't sure. So if both of us saw something kind of not similar, let's see. Yeah, are they going to bring the chains out? Yeah, they're going to bring them out.
Haven't seen the chains move yet.
No,
but obviously we have a stoppage for a measurement.
That's right.
And here they come, I believe. How many referees does it take to come up with a game plan here of a chain gang out there?
Apparently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5.
That's a lot.
Make it 6. I apologize.
Okay. Markers down.
It's a tough job, but they want it to be accurate.
The football goes across.
Oh.
No, it doesn't.
No. What? That looks like a first down.
That looks like a 1st down from our angle.
Wow. Well.
And a penalty marker now is called. Or thrown, I guess is a better way to put it. But head coach Nick Morrissey all the way out to midfield arguing with the referee, who continues to point in the direction of Hempfield.
Well, he probably saw what we saw in the broadcast and lost his mind. So that's probably what happened.
So not only that, things go from bad to worse from Mifflin. Coach Morrissey with his hands up in the air, palms to the sky, questioning.
Yeah.
Just like we are up here in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, that I don't know what happened. And you know what? They'll never let us interview the referees after the game. So ask what
That's
happened.
a big no-no. So
he can't believe
the Mustangs defense now needs to really, I don't want to say regroup, but make a stand, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Against the Hempfield offense, who just got a lot of momentum for their defense coming up with a 4th down stand.
Yeah, if Hempfield gets a score here, that's going to be a problem, Max. It's going to be a problem.
Talbot in the backfield. Catch gets it out quickly. Abrams catches it, works past one defender, make it 2, now 3. And he's upended just shy of the 1st down marker.
And these receivers from Hempfield are really good at making the catch and then making the first guy miss for some extra yards. That's a problem.
Looked like he was wrapped up around the line of scrimmage, and he turned nothing into something on that play.
Yeah, good job.
That brings up a 2nd down and 2. Under 5 to play in the second quarter. Pretty healthy crowd coming out tonight to support the Governor Mifflin Mustangs on their home turf.
Yeah, this is nice. I mean, the stands are filled up completely.
Catch, a little play action, fires over the middle. It's caught by his slot receiver down the far sideline, and dropped just shy is Zion Caban, who has his first reception of the game.
So Hempfield's offense is starting to come to them now, right? They hit him outside quick. They took that 10-yard cushion that Mifflin was giving them. Now, little post, little crossing route, going across, little 10-yard crossing route. Bang, big game.
There's a penalty marker down on the field.
Is it coming back?
And it looks like
Dead ball. Personal foul. Hempfield.
it is a personal foul against the offense. So not only is the catch and run wiped away, it's going to be negative yards.
Yeah, that's not cool, Max.
That could be a makeup call for the 4th down play, maybe?
I mean, can you really make that up, though?
I don't know, but I'm looking down here at the near sideline, and Coach Morrissey's still in discussion with the referee. I'm sure it's about that 4th down play.
Yeah, he's going to be in his ear probably the rest of the evening, regardless of what happens. Like, now you get an earful.
Kind of feel bad for that headset. It might get snapped later tonight.
Yeah, it's probably not a good spot to be in, Max.
So it's a spot of the foul penalty. So you can credit Caban with the catch, but don't give him the yak.
Now look at this receiver formation. They got almost like a double stack on the right-hand side.
Yeah, like
there.
a bunch.
Yep.
Catch, fires a screen pass to Poole. He's looking for some running room, tries to find it, and he spins away from 3, 4, maybe 5 bodies before he's tackled inside of the 20, make it the 15-yard line.
And, Dylan Worley had a chance to
wrap him up, right?
Yeah, but he wanted to put the big hit on him. And that's what you want to discourage some of your younger players from doing, man. Stay sound, stay fundamental, and wrap the ball carrier up.
So the ball's marked at the 13-yard line of the Mustangs. It's 2nd down and 5. Clock continues to wind. We're nearing the 3-minute mark before halftime. Hempfield continues to build momentum here so far, Nate. Catch starting to get into a rhythm. Keever now in the backfield as Catch maneuvers towards the near sideline. Fires, and it's caught by his receiver for a short gain. It's Abrams on the reception.
And Catch looks to be warming up. As I watch him throw, I don't want to say he has a slow release, but it feels like he holds it a long time in his hand before it actually leaves. Let's watch that a little longer. But to his credit, he's not really getting pressured by Mifflin's defensive line, so he's able to take his time and kind of still get the ball out.
Well, Catch is arguably the top returning quarterback in Section 1 this season in the Lancaster Lebanon League. And he's going to take it himself, goes up the middle, and he barges his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Penalty marker, however, is down in the backfield.
Yeah, so that's holding.
It should be. It should be. That's such a fan answer. I love it.
Yeah, that's well, what I liked on that play was the fake and the spin by Catch. The trickery, the sleight of hand. I like
and then just puts his head down and says, you know what, I'll do it myself. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah. So, just, again, stay and play disciplined football.
Another makeup call, perchance?
Another one. In my DJ Khaled voice. Another.
I love it. Ball's now marked on the 15-yard line.
2 minutes and 34 seconds left. Hempfield is still in control of their own destiny on this drive. They can still get to the end zone.
At the 15-yard line, it's technically 1st and goal. Handoff goes up the middle. And it's Lewis who maneuvers his way towards the 10-yard line.
And I hope somebody else is telling him again, hey, young man, don't run so high. Get down.
Brought down by number 53, Dylan Worley. Gain of 6 on the play.
Still a nice 6-yard gain, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 2nd down and goal from the 9. Abrams goes high, Poole goes low. Both receivers are wide out. Catch, back to pass. It's Poole, his intended target, who catches it around the 4. And it's going to be a pickup of about 5 on that play. You mentioned it, the space that the receivers continue to get now playing a factor as the Hempfield Black Knights near the goal line.
Yeah, and I don't know why you might play off so far this close to the end zone, but, you know, maybe there's some scheme to this. I'm not sure.
Poole and Abrams have clearly been the focal point here tonight for the Black Knights offense. And Catch continues to get the ball out quickly. We mentioned it, the 2,000-yard-plus quarterback a season ago continues to play at a high level and move the offense deeper into enemy territory. In the shotgun, hands off. Lewis up the middle, still moving, and he's brought down just shy of the goal line.
That'll be, oh, that's close.
Number 86, the ball carrier, Dante Lewis, brought down by.
And, you know, 45 seconds left on the clock here. They might want to get to the line of scrimmage and run a play.
Well, we had a 4th down and 1 on the previous drive by the Mustangs. We have another one here for the Black Knights. So back-to-back 4th down spots.
Is somebody going to call a timeout? The clock's
That's a good
running.
question.
Clock's running. 24 seconds.
Hempfield's going to call one eventually when the play clock expires, I'd assume.
He's looking at the ref. I see their head coach looking at the ref. He's about to call it now.
And there's the timeout with about 13 seconds until the expiration of the game clock here before halftime.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we go back to that 4th down play, which was the biggest play, in my opinion, of the first half, as the Black Knights obviously wiped away the Mustangs around midfield. Flip things over now, and what we have is a 4th down and 1 right before half. Things can really go either way as both teams look to get momentum into the locker room. And I tell you what, coming out of the half, you've been there as a player, coach, your son obviously plays as well. That could really be a tall test either way, depending on how this play goes.
Oh, yeah, this play right here, this is big time. I mean, this is where you earn the donuts, right?
Yep.
You work all week in practice, you sweat, you know, you're running, you're blocking, you're hot. It's for these moments like this. Who's going to show up? Who's going to make the play?
The Mustangs usually, year after year, have a tremendous offensive and defensive line, and they're going to have to flex some muscle on this play.
So if you're Hempfield, right, they haven't ran a whole lot up the middle. You know, Catch usually is back in the shotgun and handing the ball off there. Let's see if they come out in a power formation, or if they do a little bit more sleight of hand and try to get something outside, because I don't think Mifflin's looking for anything outside.
Lewis is the tailback to the right of Catch. Catch can run it. Obviously better known for his arm, but he takes the snap, hands to Lewis, makes one man miss, and he's walled up at the line. Amazing stand by the Mustang defense.
Crazy, and I said it, man. They're looking for it up the middle, man. Do something different. Go for the outside, but you know, that's how it works out.
Lewis gets the carry on back-to-back plays, and he's denied of the end zone.
And again, Max, I am never a fan of running the ball on the goal line out of the shotgun formation. So, no, I'm sorry.
7 seconds remain before the half. I expect at least maybe a QB sneak here just to get some breathing room and let this clock go to the half.
Are they going for 2, or is the kicker out there?
Oh, there you go. Okay, I was confused. I saw a couple of bodies far away from the line of scrimmage, but Leaf, surprisingly.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
No, it's okay, because I was confused there for a moment too. I just didn't know if he had enough space there from our vantage point to take a knee, which he does, and that brings us to the end of the first half. It's Governor Mifflin 7, Hempfield 7. Nodded as we head into the half. We'll see you for the halftime report right here from Mifflin Stadium. Stick with us, everyone.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Welcome back to Mifflin Stadium, everyone. It's halftime here. 7-all between the Hempfield Black Knights and the Governor Mifflin Mustangs. My name is Max Gretzel alongside Nako Van. It's been an interesting first half, to say the least.
Yeah.
Low scoring, but a lot of back-and-forth battle. We've only had 2 touchdowns, one being a pick six.
Well, and I think the tail of the first half is turnovers, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Hempfield's got one. Mifflin's got one. We kind of got to figure out who's going to not make mistakes in the second half and capitalize.
How about the defenses, too? Both sides coming up with fourth down stands, one near midfield, one near the goal line, which is obviously the biggest play of the game before the expiration of the game clock in the first half.
As a coach, you know, you love nothing more than your defense to come up in that type of situation on the goal line. Now we just got to figure out how can we put it together on the other side of the football, you know? Can Hempfield do something with this option? It's been very effective. I mean, you know, we got to get that figured out. Will they stay in that 3-4, or will they jump into a 4-3 and try to kind of clog some of that stuff up? So I'm really anxious to see that.
Well, you see both sides of the football as well. One, having a game plan of throwing the football consistently with catch. Obviously, that's worked well. It hasn't at times also. But on the other side of things, it's the Mustangs trying to continuously pound the rock, have those misdirection plays, which have worked. They've also have not at times as well. So as we move forward into the second half, something's going to have to give. It's more so, I guess my question would be, who or what side do you think has a better chance of improving upon their game plan and coming away with a victory here tonight? Because the Mustangs obviously want to run the football. They control the clock in that first quarter consistently throughout. Second quarter, different story. It seemed like Catch started to get a rhythm with the offense, those two premier wide receivers on the outside. So it's not two of the same teams with their game plans are throw the football, run the football. It's like something has to give. But it's almost like gambling in a way. Who do you think is going to be able to really step up here and take a victory home?
I think I'm going to bet my money on Mifflin. I think Mifflin will continue to pound that ball and have success. But I think in the second half, if they just kind of play a little closer on the edges and not let Catch just get that ball out there to his receivers that quick, it's going to force them to do something different. And I don't think that Hempfield has had a lot of success running the ball. If they can force Hempfield to do something other than pass, they're going to have some problems out there.
Well, a lot of story left to be told in this one. 7-all your score at the half. About 5 to 10 minutes away as we kick off the second half here. Stick with us tonight from Mifflin High School.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
And we are back at them.
Yeah, we are back. You got me. Yeah, you beat me to it, man.
Well, you know, man, we just try to get out here and make sure we're back for the people, Max. Hope you guys out there in TV land are enjoying this this really competitive 7-7 game out here. And I hope that in the second half you appreciate even more the chess match between the coaches.
I think also when you think about the 3 games so far that we've been a part of, I think you can say to yourself, okay, week 1, it was a blowout. West York beat Elko by a lot on the road. Last week, a high-scoring close game with Central York and Manheim Township. And then we come here this week, low-scoring game, obviously still close as we're tied at 7 beginning the second half, but 2 teams that know each other pretty well, and it can really go either way here in the second half. I know we kind of brought it up during the halftime report.
Yeah.
But you have 2 different offensives that do 2 totally different things, have insanely different game plans, and that's kind of what the fun chess match is going to be in the second half.
Yeah, there's these 2 teams are like night and day, basically. So, you know, the chess matches, and once again, I think stopping Hempfield from being able to just throw wherever they want and, you know, just playing up a little bit closer on their wide receivers is going to help that. And honestly, I think if you're Hempfield, I like to see you run a little bit more crossing routes, just some things to kind of keep them off balance, and then figure out how can you contribute more to the running game. I don't.
They haven't had a lot of rushing attempts or yards to be on all that seriousness.
For real. So if you're a defensive coordinator and you see that, or you're just the defensive team in general, well, now you have something that you can key on. And when you're not able to keep a defense honest, that's never good for your offense when you become one-dimensional.
Well, last week you had Catch in the loss go 18-25 for 223 yards and a touchdown. On the season, he's completing 71% of his passes, and that's kind of the same here tonight. He continues to get that ball out quickly, hit those receivers quick, and obviously continue to keep those completion percentages high.
So if you're Mifflin, you need to pressure the quarterback, right? We need to find a way to have Catch not just be able to sit back there in the pocket on his spot and deliver the football, make him move and make him work. You know, if Mifflin is able to do that, I think the tides turn.
Well, Mifflin received the ball to start this football game, so Hempfield will receive as we begin this second half. Abrams back deep to receive. Abrams, another receiver. We mentioned how impressive he's been so far early goings here of this year, but last season, I should say last week, he caught 12 passes. Tonight, he's been the go-to target as well. So don't be surprised if he gets near that total yet again. And also another thing important to mention as we continue here in the second half, Catch not only with 2,000 passing yards last season for the Hempfield Black Knights, but he also led the team in rushing as well. So he's got to use his legs here, at least in my opinion, if they want to try to come out of here with a victory. We know what he can do with his arm, but he hasn't really shown the ability to run a lot with his legs as the ball is kicked through the end zone.
Well, it's nice to know that he can do it. I don't really like my quarterback running all over the place, man, because eventually they do get hit, okay? And so I like to keep him upright, and I'd rather see him using his arms than his legs. But, again, Hempfield hasn't had any kind of real rushing attack, so if that's what it takes to balance out the offense, so be it. But I like to see more of the tailback and let this offensive line go out there and be physical. When you pass all the time, it takes away the aggression of your line.
Catch on 1st down and 10. First pass, first play is Abrams to the near sideline of this second half. Takes it past the 45, now the 50 in enemy territory. And just like that, even though it wasn't a deep shot, a lightning bolt struck here as we continue in the second half.
And, you know, great throw by Catch. You know, it's just quick hitting pass plays that Mifflin just isn't able to keep up with him. So it happened again. First play of the first half or second half here. Let's watch what these defensive backs do when they come out and line up.
Abrams continues to rack up the yards after the catch, making defenders miss. And he shows you how talented he is truly on that play right there. Leaf is credited with the tackle.
Still playing off him.
Talbot to the left of Catch. Pre-snap motion. Catch spins, keeps it himself. There's a penalty marker down as Catch is leveled around the 40-yard line. I think this one might be coming back on a hold.
Yeah, that one's going to come back. So, and maybe that's why they're not running the football.
Behind the line, let them know we're going to go 10 from the previous spot. Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So after the 30-plus yard pickup, I'll be backed up 10 yards on the hold. So back and forth, the Hempfield Black Knights go on offense.
And that's just a momentum killer. That's a momentum killer. You know, you come out in the second half. I know they went over the game plan at halftime. Come out, have 2 good plays, and then a penalty.
Ball is marked at the 44-yard line of Hempfield. Catch, hands off to Lewis. Spins around one defender and is tackled just shy of midfield.
And I like that. Let's see them run the ball. And one thing to note is I think now, and this is the second or third time I've noticed it, when Hempfield does hand the ball off to a tailback, they're usually in some sort of spread out formation, trying to spread people out and then go up the middle. But honestly, Mifflin is pretty stout up the middle, so might want to try something else.
So far, so good on this drive, minus the penalty for Hempfield. Catch still in the shotgun as he's been for most of the night. Back to pass yet again. Gets it out quickly to pull, and it goes in and out of the hands of Catch's intended target.
And if you notice on this one, Mifflin sent a little bit of pressure. Number 8, Derek Dentale, that's how you pronounce the last name. He came from his linebacker position off the left edge, and, you know, it just gave a little bit more pressure back there. And what happens? There's an errant throw off the hands of the receiver.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 15. Clearly the holding penalty being a massive factor on this drive.
Definitely.
Abrams and Poole, the 2 star receivers, spread out wide. 5 wide receivers set, empty backfield. Catch fires near sideline. Poole grabs it this time. Tries to work past one defender before being hammered around the 45-yard line.
And that's a great open field tackle. That's a good job.
Pass complete to number 8, P.J. Poole.
So the Mustangs able to avoid danger after the opening play.
Brought down by number 6, Andre
on
Rodriguez.
the drive. And they force the punting unit to come onto the field.
Well, hey, man, that's a great defensive stop by Mifflin.
Brings up 4th down.
And, you know, we're playing the field position game now, Max. You
No
know,
question about it.
Give a little, take a little.
Briscoe on the punt. It's another low liner. Bounces around the 11. Still trickling towards the goal line. And it's going to be a touchback.
Yeah, touchback.
Almost saved there by the kicking team, special teams unit overall by that Hempfield Black Knight team. And
Punting for the Black Knights.
there you go. Poole gets taken down by his shoelaces.
Ball spotted on
And that's
the 20-yard
Patrick
line.
Stewart there.
Another two-way player.
Yeah, that's just a great open field tackle, man. Break down, buzz your feet, hang on for dear life.
So let's see what Governor Mifflin can do on their first offensive possession of the second half. Somebody down there in the crowd's happy Mifflin's on offense.
Oh, yeah.
Callis, the tailback. Stiller in motion. Leaf takes the snap, spins off of one body, and he's brought down after a gain of about 3 on the play.
Well, it reminds me of the old Remember the Titans movie with Denzel Washington. Split right there. Just give it time. It's like Novocaine. It'll work. Just give it time.
Old school. I like that.
It's old school. Man.
Gain of 4 yards.
And that's the kind of style that, Mifflin runs here. It's like an old school power football. It reminds me of old school Nebraska or something like that back in the day, back in the early 90s, mid-90s.
All 11 members of the offense at the line of scrimmage for the most part. Leave hands off. Callis upended shortly after the touch.
And you say what? That was 2nd and 6. So
Make it 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4.
3 yards.
And with 3rd and 4, it's manageable, Max. It's not 3rd and 15 that you just saw Hempfield in. 3rd and 4 is manageable. You can still run. You can still pass. You have the play action in your back pocket. You haven't seen Mifflin do anything in the screen game yet, so you have some options here. Let's see what they do.
Leaf goes under center. Triple option on. Leaf gets hammered near the line of scrimmage and not tackled officially, but the whistle is blown dead.
And that's disciplined football by Hempfield.
On the keeper for the Mustangs.
Well, I don't know if most fans will agree with that play call. I know they want to run the football, but on 3rd and 3, pretty deep in your own territory for the most part. I don't know if a QB triple option up the gut was the best decision to make. Leaf now comes to the near sideline. Offense remains on the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a Governor Mifflin first down.
Wow, I think I am as shocked as you are, Nate, with the expression on your face.
Hold on. Let me pick my chin up off the ground.
I mean, that's twice now we've seen tonight 2 things. One, the 4th down around midfield for Mifflin, clearly over the line to gain.
That
was considered a turnover on downs. That time it looked like Leaf was about at least 2 yards short of the first down marker, and they just gave him a first down, them obviously being the referees. Ball pops loose. Callis
man.
and Leaf not on the same page, to say the least. And Hempfield has just come away with a turnover deep in Mifflin territory, or in their own territory, I should say now. But I tell you what, Nate, sometimes I just want to sit back and let the broadcast breathe. But the last 2 plays really have my head spinning. I mean, you have clearly a 2-yard gap between the first down marker, and then you have an opportunity on a first and 10 drive. You fumble the football. If you're a Mifflin fan, you got to be kicking yourself.
Kicking yourself in addition to being sick to your stomach right now, because it looks like you have a chance to control this ball game, but execution is just not at its height right now.
You see Poole there fired up for good reason. Catch, feels pressure, fires. It's a wobbler, and it goes incomplete. And there's a penalty marker down. It looks like it's going to be against the Mifflin secondary.
Wow. And I want to give Mifflin's
15-yard penalty. It's going to be a first down.
Well, I want to give Mifflin's defensive coordinator some credit. I know he's not listening to the broadcast, Max, but he must hear me saying, hey, man, send some pressure. This dude's just back here chilling, throwing the ball wherever he wants to throw it. He can't be that comfortable. And they sent it, but on the back end, we have a penalty.
Well, I tell you what, one of the reasons why you love sports, that's a serious beard right there.
That was.
One of the reasons why we love sports is how chaotic it can get in a short period of time. You had a 4th down conversion there from Mifflin, continuing to milk the clock. Then you have a fumble. Now you have a pass interference penalty. If you went to get a drink in the last 5 minutes, you're like, what the heck just happened?
Really?
As Lewis maneuvers past a couple of bodies inside the 15, and he's bumped out of bounds around the 12-yard marker. So you come back from a bathroom break and you say to yourself, how in the world is Hempfield all the way down to the 12-yard line of the Mustangs already? Turnovers. That's it.
Turnovers, man. Turnovers and penalties. You know, so what are you going to do? If you're Mifflin right now, you have to buckle down. One good thing is that the field is shorter, so this makes it harder for a passing team like Hempfield down this end of the field.
Cooper Keever replaces Lewis in the backfield. 3 wide receivers stacked up high. Catch, fires, end zone.
Wow.
Touchdown. It's Caban, his second reception of the game. This time goes for 6.
Listen, I mean, Mifflin sent the heat again, and, you know, catch made him pay. Catch made him pay. Great ball, but an even better catch by Caban to reel that thing in. And that'll be on his huddle highlight tonight.
No doubt about it. And that's clearly, couldn't have said it better myself, Nate. It's Hempfield capitalizing off of the fumble by Callis and Leaf. That miscommunication in the backfield. And the kick is up. Penalty marker's down. I don't know.
13 men on the field.
If Dentale got off the field in time. So this might move the extra point a little closer. We'll see after discussion. Dentale was booking it towards the sideline.
Legal substitution
And
on the
indeed.
defense. Half the distance to the goal, and we'll do the try.
Half the distance. Yeah, and that when things like that happen, that's communication between.
The yardage on that penalty was declined.
So they decline the yardage, they're just going to re-kick. Okay. That's just miscommunication on the defensive end. You know, maybe somebody thinking they're supposed to be out there and they're not.
Briscoe on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 14-7. Hempfield leads on the road. We'll step aside and take a timeout. We'll come right back after this. Back here out of a timeout, Max Gretzel and Nate Govan, 7:45 to play in the third quarter. The momentum has obviously shifted. If you've been with us throughout, it's been a back-and-forth battle. Turnovers have told the majority of the story here tonight. And most recently, it was Hempfield, and specifically Catching Company, able to take advantage of the Mifflin fumble and punch it in for 6.
Well, and that's what happens when teams turn the ball over. You have to make them pay for it. You know, you can't just let that happen and you not make them pay. You got to get everything you can get out of that opportunity.
Briscoe kicks off, puts it through the end zone, so the ball will come out to the 20-yard line, and that's where Leaf and the Mustang offense, that is, will start this drive. Again, Leaf, we know he likes to run the football a lot. We know the team as a whole likes to run the football a lot. It's just going to come down to communication, I think, is the biggest thing, not only with the substitutions and whatnot that we saw previously, but the handoffs as well, because clearly it was a miscommunication between himself and Callis on that last drive.
I want to see Leaf take a shot downfield. Get a guy a chance to throw the ball. Take a shot.
Stewart goes in motion. Leaf keeps it himself. Maneuvers past a couple of bodies, and there's not much doing on that play as he's swallowed by 3 white jerseys.
Well, you know, you just want to see just give me a little bit more creativity in the offensive play call.
I don't think you're getting that.
Probably not, but I can still hope, you know, wish against wish and hope against hope, Max. You know, but I'd like to see Leaf get a chance. Where's the play action? Just give me one and take a shot downfield. You know, give your team some kind of hope, some kind of momentum that they can capitalize on.
Not only that, but the crowd here tonight, too, that has stuck out.
Well, the crowd is quiet here, Max.
Exactly.
You know?
Catch has put up some big numbers here tonight. Leaf looking to do the same on this drive, and finally a hole is found up the gut.
That's a nice run.
Credit number 26, Tom Millisock on the carry. And Callis, after fumbling that football, has not been on the field on this drive, Nate. Maybe benched. Who knows? Don't want to speculate. Maybe I just did a little bit. But
ball carrier for
look at this run here on the replay.
Tom Millisock.
Millisock, only a junior, now getting an opportunity in the backfield to make things happen. And he converts a first down on that play, a fresh set of downs with 6:36 and counting in the third quarter.
Well, and it's hard to trust an athlete if they can't hold on to the ball.
Millisock remains in the game, Nate, as well. There's a penalty marker down, pre-snap.
Let's see what we got here.
All start. Offense, number 52, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And we haven't been keeping track of the amount of penalties today, but it is adding up. It's adding up.
It has certainly slowed the game down here in the third quarter. I think that first quarter is gone in the blink of an eye. We still have over half the quarter here to go. A little under at this point.
Yeah, a little under.
Leaf back into the huddle. Second down and 15. After the big-time run there from Millisock, last thing you want to see is your offense going backwards if you're head coach Morrissey.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
Again, busy line of scrimmage. Leaf under center. Misdirection play is on. It's Overly, who gets the ball in his hands, goes past the 30-yard line, brought down at the 32 to be exact.
Ball carrier
It's going to be a pickup of about one on the play. We'll bring up a second down at 14, and Nate, you continue to shake your head.
Well, and it's just because
brought down by number 7.
I just want to see a little something different, you know. If I'm not surprised to see it, I don't think Hempfield is surprised to see it.
Do you think the secondary of Hempfield is starting to yawn out there?
Yeah, these guys are.
They haven't really been asked to do a whole lot.
They're kind of like Rip Van Winkle. Remember that guy?
I think I'm too young for that, I think.
He was asleep for like 100 years or something, Max.
Handoff goes up the gut yet again. Just nothing doing for this Mustang offense so far. Minus the Millisock carry on this drive. But again, on second down and 15, you run the football. That's a question mark. And that's going to be a third down and about 9 with under 5 to play in the third. So you're putting your team and the offense at a disadvantage here. You're going to ask Leaf to continue this drive with his arm, I assume.
Well, but it doesn't really look like it because look at the formation. You know,
same formation yet again. Millisock remains the tailback. Stewart on the misdirection handoff has plenty of running room to work with. Bolts through and is brought down around midfield. So maybe I spoke a little too soon there, Nate. But again, do you really want to run the football on 3rd and 9? Most offensive coordinators would tell you no, but it works to their success on that play.
Well, you know what they say, Max? The sun shines on the dogs behind every now and again. And today it worked on that play.
Yes.
Most times in the football world, a run play on 3rd and forever is just not what it is. But I guess when your offense is predicated on just ground and pound, ground and pound, ground and pound, you could care less. You think you can pop something off at any given moment.
Leaf again under center. Same formation yet again for the Mustangs. Stewart in motion. Millisock gets the carry, barges his way forward, brought down after about 5. And the clock continues to wind. Very similar to the first possession of the game, by the way, for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it did look good. The very first possession, it looked great. And it's not the most attractive thing to watch, but it's effective when it's working. So, you know, you really can't complain, man. You know.
For the Black Knights, number 57.
Well, since Millisock was inserted onto the football field on this drive, he's looked pretty good at the tailback spot.
He has.
Millisock gets his number called again. This time there's nowhere to go. Read well by that Hempfield defensive line.
Well, and Gabe Buckwalter again on the tackle, the 6 foot, 190-pound sophomore, you know, stepping up again. He's having a pretty good game today.
No question about it. has a bright football future ahead, of course, if he's only a sophomore.
Yes, sophomore, getting this varsity time, man. You know, he's going to have some good film for college coaches to evaluate him on.
Leaf hands to Stewart. This play worked the last time. This time there's nothing doing. Stewart upended around the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 4th down and about 4 on the play.
And that's number 15, Charlie Williams, 5'9", 155-pound senior, playing like he's 250 out there. Good job by him.
Leaf goes back to the huddle. 4th down and 3 to be exact.
Ball spotted on the 44-yard line.
Well, Nate, they ran it on 3rd and 9 on the last drive. That resulted in a 1st down.
Maybe they'll call a screen here on 4th down. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay.
Governor Mifflin calls a timeout. Okay. And Coach Morrissey slowly walks to the 50-yard line. So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll see what the decision is for the Mustangs when we come back.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
On 10th row for some Governor Mifflin goodies. All proceeds support Governor Mifflin Athletics and co-curriculum.
Back here out of a timeout. It's 4th down and 3 in Hempfield territory.
Leaf. It's a full moon.
It is a full moon. That's pretty nice. Leaf back to pass. Surprisingly throws it into the danger zone. There's 2 penalty markers down on the field, however. It looked like Gabe Williams put the, what do they call that, the samurai sword in the pocket. Is that the cool thing to do these days with the DBs?
That's right.
And I don't think he turned around because there's a penalty marker on the field.
Well, and, you know, talk about foreshadowing by the production team here. Because that's
Defense,
I'm in here.
number 1-4, 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
So they put the full moon up on the screen. And I said, in my mind, I was going to say, I was thinking, man, they must be ready to throw the ball. It was short.
So what's the deal, though? What happens as a DB when you put the sword in the holster, but you're called for PI?
I think you stop doing that.
Some sort of ruling on that. Okay, yeah, I was just checking.
Yeah, cut it out, man. Cut it out.
Well, it's a 15-yard penalty on Williams. And Stewart, with Callis on that note, back into the game. 2 backs behind Leaf. 1st down and 10. Ball's marked at the 29. Leaf hands to Callis. Nowhere to go. Short pickup on the play, maybe 3. It brings up a 2nd down.
And not for nothing, as much as I might want to see something different, or other people might want to see something different, Governor Mifflin is now across the 50-yard line, you know, into Hempfield territory, and looking to punch the ball in the end zone. And that's all you want at the end of the day. It doesn't have to be pretty, doesn't have to be sexy. You just want to score and win the game.
Well, all of a sudden we look up, and it's under 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter, so Mifflin has eliminated this 3rd quarter clock.
Wow.
Again, Callis at the fullback spot. Stewart at the running back spot. Stewart on the pitch play, trying to find the corner. He has a pretty healthy gain.
Oh, wow.
Comes through the hole, running down the sideline, diving towards the pylon, and he's just short as the referee marks him out of bounds around the 3.
And what a tough run by that young man there.
Patrick Stewart.
Stewart slowly limping towards the sideline, looking for a sub. But he came out of a pile of bodies as he dove towards the goal line.
Wow.
And he's knocked out just shy, but give him credit. And with, obviously, Stewart on the sideline, there's going to have to be some substitutions here.
Maximum effort by Stewart on that play.
Abdur Rahman, number 4, into the game for the first time tonight offensively for Mifflin. Callis still in the game at the running back spot. Murray on the sideline, Overly on the sideline. Murray's still out there as the snap is taken. And the whistle is blown dead. Callis tried to dive towards that goal line yet again, coming up just shy, however.
Callis, the ball carrier for Governor Mifflin, gain of 2 yards, brought down by number 9 for the Black Knights.
And I will say, man, I hate to see Millisock not get a chance to punch this ball in with all the hard work that he's done, helping to move the ball down the field, But I guess, we'll see what happens here.
Box for Hempfield is stacked. Leaf on the quarterback keeper is into the end zone for a Mustang touchdown. Just like that, Mifflin able to answer back. Trying to keep their defense's heads held high. And they do so right there. Leaf has to feel pretty solid mentally on that drive.
Well, of course, because he's trusting his coach. He's probably thinking in his mind, man, I might want to do this or I might want to do that. But no, trust your coach. You move all the way down the field. A couple things go in your favor. And now we got a tie ball game.
Lance Koenig boots the extra point through. And yet again, with 12 seconds to play in the third quarter, we are tied up. It's 14-all.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Back out of a timeout. The Mustangs offense, which was going back and forth with those penalties on that last possession, able to come through and answer. With 12 seconds to play in the third, we are tied at 14 apiece. Koenig on the kickoff. Abrams set to return for Hempfield. Still a healthy crowd on both sides of the field.
Yeah, nobody's left yet, and for good reason.
Massive boot for Koenig. It goes through the end zone. And the ball will come out to the 20. So Catch, after connecting with Caban on the last drive, will have to try to do so yet again and go 80 yards for another score.
Well, and it's possible. They can do it, specifically if the corners play off, But we've been seeing the pressure from Mifflin being sent almost every play now. So somebody's listening to the broadcast, Max. They say, hey, man, Nate Govan said, send some pressure to the quarterback. So we'll see how it works out. They also said
throw the football once I heard you.
Throw the football.
Lewis in the backfield with Catch. He takes the snap, hands to Lewis. He's upended immediately and brought down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1 on the play.
And again, Hempfield struggling in the running game, and I wonder if they have any power running formations, because again, once I see trips on one side and a wide receiver spread far out on the other side and a running back right there, I'm thinking they're going to try to run it up the gut. And sure enough, that's what happened.
David Facey is credited with the tackle. At the end of the third quarter, the score, 14-all. We'll see who comes through in the fourth right after this. Abrams gets the handoff on the end around on the first play from scrimmage on the drive here in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a third down upcoming.
All right, and we've switched sides, and Hempfield is now going from right to left for this offensive possession.
And we have one Mustang cramping on a play, so we have an official timeout for injury. We'll step aside and be right back after this. Out of a timeout, Gunnar Gebhardt able to walk off under his own power. He'll be looked at by the athletic training staff of Mifflin. The whistle blows. Tolbert is the tailback to the left of Catch. On 3rd down and 4, Catch back to pass, gets rid of it quickly. Poole has the catch, and then some. Past the 40, past the 45, and knocked out of bounds in front of his own bench, just shy of midfield. P.J. Poole putting up the numbers here tonight.
Well, you know, obviously he's in his zone. Catch is looking for him religiously. And this is how Hempfield can break off their big chunk plays. You know, it's kind of like Mifflin. They run it, little gain here, small gain there, but eventually they get a 10, 15-yard pop. And Hempfield is just the same, but they do it through the air.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you lose Section 1 Receiver of the Year, Brandon Charles, and also second-team All-League wideout from a season ago, Cam Marguson, 2 of the top targets for Catch, and replace them with P.J. Poole and Orion Abrams. It's pretty impressive coming out from the wideout spot there at Hempfield.
Good
Catch,
job.
again, back to pass, has all day to throw, winds up, deep shot. It's Abrams. He's got it inside the 20-yard line. The Catch to Abrams connection on display here tonight.
Yeah, them boys getting busy out there, Max. The boys getting busy out there. Look at this. Catch loads it up, throws it deep behind the defense. Way to hold on to it.
So Poole on the previous play makes a couple of men miss for a chunk play, and Abrams does the same thing on the following play.
So at what point in time do you give a little help back there in the secondary, you know? Look, spread them out wide again. Spread them out wide again, and I'm looking to see it run up the gut.
Man-to-man coverage, Poole. This time it's going to be an opportunity for Cabana. It goes through his hands, however, and incomplete.
For number 10, Zion Faban. Defended by number 11, LeBron Leaf.
Leaf out there getting a little action on defense.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
And number 12, Isaiah Massel.
Max, you crazy, man.
Any way to entertain the folks out there watching us.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, we like having fun out here, too.
Poole again. Man-to-man coverage, number 8, bottom of your screen. Catch back to pass yet again. He'll try the slot. It's Lewis, makes a guy miss, makes 2 men miss inside the 20 and marked down around the 15. So these receivers really putting their skill sets on display here tonight, not only from a perspective of edges as far as the wideouts go, the slot as well coming in clutch.
Yeah, I mean, they're hitting them from everywhere right now. And, you know, I'm wondering, will Mifflin start to think about maybe we can jam these guys at the line of scrimmage so they're not getting free releases down the field. If we're not able to compete with them man-on-man, step for step, you got to find a way to slow these guys down before they get going.
This time, Abrams and Poole flip sides of the field. It's Poole up top now. Catch, looking for him. And it's incomplete.
Man, and that's almost
good defense there.
Yeah.
Catches, pass ball,
from Massilian.
complete intended for number 8, PJ Poole.
Massilian listed at 6 foot. He's a senior. And he comes up with a big-time stop there at the cornerback spot on the play.
Well, and on that play, Catch really kind of telegraphed that pass. Like he looked at one receiver, and that's where he was going, and it almost cost him.
So Briscoe on to try and break the tie. It's going to be about a 33-yard attempt. The kick is up. It's a low liner, and it's good.
It's good.
So credit Briscoe with ice in his veins here early stages of the fourth quarter. Boots through 3. And we'll take a quick stop and shout out to our sponsors as well. 17-14 your score. We'll be right back.
That was a 32-yard football. Your score, Hempfield 17.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
Briscoe on the kickoff after he made the field goal attempt. It's a high arcer, and it goes through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And, you know, that's
Number 24,
that's good defense right there, man. You know, starting out with that kind of field position or not giving up that kind of field position is just a great card to have in your back pocket, man. Offense, defense, special teams. Kickers are important.
Well, Lance Koenig has been the star of the show at the kicker spot so far around Section 2 this season, and it's good to have him in the back pocket for the Mustangs just in case they can get into that territory. Hempfield leads by 3. Leaf will keep it himself. Trying to run through a couple of bodies. Nothing doing for the most part. It's going to be a pickup of 4. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Brown leaves the ball.
Yep. So we, you know, Mifflin will get back into their offense, and they're going to grind it, and see if they can get one a pop for them.
On the play brings up a 2nd down for the Mustangs.
Leaf to the sideline for the play. Now back to the huddle. Good to see Gebhardt as well. He came off with a cramping issue on the last drive, and he's back onto the field at the center position. Stewart, left side pitch play. Goes up the middle, past the 30, past the 40, past the 50, in the enemy territory, down the sideline, and knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Hey, you give them an inch on this one play, and then they take them out on the other. It's not the most attractive thing to watch, but it works.
The inside runs haven't been there tonight for the Mustangs, but the outside runs certainly have been at times. And you see one on display with great effort there on that play.
Yeah, that's a really good run.
So the ball's marked at the Hempfield 25-yard line, 1st down and 10. Clock stopped with 9:06 to play in the 4th. Leaf hands to Callis, who picks up maybe about 4 yards on the play. Brought down at the 21-yard line.
Brought down by number 57 for the Black Knights, Caden Buckwalter.
There's Caden Buckwalter
Brings up a second down.
once again on the tackle.
Gain of about 4 yards on the play.
He's having a great game defensively.
Mifflin, without question, already in field goal range for Koenig. Looking for more, though, however. Callis gets the carry, tries the right side this time, and he's brought down around the 18-yard line.
Number 5, the ball carrier, Callis.
Well, here we go.
Gain of 3
We'll
yards.
see
It's
if
going to be a 3rd down and 3 now, Nate.
third down and 3, but for this football team, you know, this is everything is 4-down territory right now, and the short yardage plays are their whole offensive playbook. They can get 3 yards almost any way they want to, so we'll see how they do this here. And you saw right there, Leaf just, you know, dapping up Callis.
A couple of substitutions as well come in and out of the game. Gabe Williams back onto the field at the cornerback spot. He's matched up at the top of the screen with Joe Murray. And no help over the top either. Leaf under center. Pitch play yet again to Stewart. Trying that far side. Works through a mini hole. Dives forward. And that's going to be good enough for a Mifflin first down. The clock continues to run with a fresh set of downs.
And Stewart weighing 141 pounds, listed at 5'8". You know, he's hard to see behind the line. And he's so elusive. He's able to pick and choose the creases that he accelerates through. Makes him a very tough person to defend.
Nearing the 7-minute mark now of the fourth. This drive started at the Mustangs' 20-yard line. They have worked inside of the 15-yard line of Hempfield. Leaf hands to Callis, who finds a hole, trucks one defender, and he's brought down just shy of the 5.
And that's just a good job of Callis keeping his feet driving, keeping his feet moving, man. You know, sometimes you just gotta, you know, you gotta lay the wood out there, man. You gotta drop your shoulder and make some guys pay.
Now for the Mustangs.
The ball's marked at the 6-yard line. 2nd down and 5.
Number 25, Tyrell Lewis for the Black Knights.
I formation. Leaf under center. Crowded line of scrimmage. Gives to Callis. Goes up the field. And he's short of the goal line.
Callis, the ball carrier, gain of 2 yards, brought down by number 25.
2-yard pickup.
Tyrell Lewis.
It's going to bring up another 3rd down and 3 at the 4-yard line, Nate.
Brings up a 3rd down.
But again, you know, we're not worried about, you know, 3rd and 3s. Definitely 4-down territory right here again, and, you know, ground and pound. That's what you're going to see right here. Oh, no, we got a receiver flanked to the far right-hand side of the field. Let's see if we get a little bit of sauce here.
That's
Max.
Joe Murray, too, listed at 6'3".
Who gets very little rock out there. I'd be a little salty.
Clear size advantage on that corner as well. Pitch play to Stewart. It's worked before, and it's not going to work here. Penalty marker's thrown.
Oh, no.
Flag on the play.
3rd down and 3s don't hurt you, but 3rd down and 7, a much different story. 3rd down and 8, I should say.
Yeah, just a little bit.
If it's on the all, it could be a hold. We'll have to check it.
Hold it. Number 8 offense. 10-yard penalty.
What about a 3rd down and 13?
Ouch. Yeah, I mean, and that's what happens, man. It's like, come on, man. We take 4 steps forward to go 6 steps back, and, you know, that math isn't mathing, Max.
That's a good point. Now, I wasn't too big of a math guy back in the day.
Now, I was a history guy, you know. But I can count that, you know.
Oh, yeah. I trust you.
Yeah, I can do that on my fingers and my toes.
3rd down and 12 to be exact. Ball's marked at the 13-yard line. Under 5 to play in the 4th quarter. Same formation. Leaf back to pass. Man-to-man coverage. Giving Murray a chance. Wow. And it's caught for a touchdown.
The adjustment to the football by the wide receiver. Spectacular, Max. We've been wanting to pass all game. We finally got it on a nice little fade route to the corner. The fans are happy, baby. The commentators are happy, too.
Better late than never, is the cliche.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
20-17, pending the extra point from Koenig.
Hey, man. Football, what a wonderful game to play. Action, exciting, and the chess match once again. So now, go ahead. Oh,
the kick is blocked at the line of scrimmage, and it remains a 3-point game.
So prior to that touchdown pass, they had the same formation, but they tossed it outside. And I figured, if they got him out there, they're thinking about doing something. They tossed it outside, penalty, but went right back to it. I love it. I love that by the coaching staff.
Well, next week we have another big-time matchup for you guys. Plymouth Whitemarsh, out in my neck of the woods there on the eastern side of PA, will go on the road. They'll travel to Manheim Township, a team we saw last week in a close, hard-fought loss to Central York. That's coming your way next Friday night, 7 o'clock at Manheim Township. Beautiful facilities there as well. There, Manheim. A little bit of a hike, but, it's worth it.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Manheim Township, they have the flickering lights when they come out, right?
Yeah, they have that big helmet bubble that they run through.
Oh, man.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
So Koenig has to regroup after the missed PAT. Come up with a good kickoff here and try to make Hempfield start at their own 20.
Okay. We've got 4 minutes and 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And we got a ball game, man. With the way turnovers have happened and big plays have happened, this is still anybody's football game.
Massive boot from Koenig.
Wow.
It's fielded, and it will be brought out. No, it won't. Fielded at the goal line by Caban, but the whistle blows it dead.
Man, these kids got some feet on them, man.
No question.
Both kickers.
Catch again with some pressure on him, the senior leader at the quarterback spot for Hempfield.
Well,
80 yards for a touchdown, or obviously a little less than that to give Briscoe another chance at a field goal attempt. Again, Briscoe tonight perfect on PATs and also perfect from a field goal perspective. Only one opportunity, but it was a pretty solid boot.
It's nice to have that in your back pocket. And Catch is just, he's really calm and poised out there. And Hempfield is going to spread Mifflin out and show him the aerial attack. Here it comes.
Abrams, the dual threat, obviously, as a receiver and not only as a ball carrier as well, gets the ball out quickly. Seen him a couple times on the end arounds and a few trick plays. Abrams gets his number called on that play.
Ryan Abrams brought down by number 8, Derek DiNatalia, number 11, LeBron Leaf.
Two of the senior leaders make the tackle on that play, Dentali and Leaf. 7-yard pickup for Abrams on first down and 10. That'll bring up a second down and 3 from the 27-yard line. Clock continues to tick here in late stages of the fourth quarter.
That's right.
Abrams now up high, one-on-one with Leaf. PJ Poole, another guy who's had a great night. Bottom of the screen, one-on-one with Stewart. It's a handoff, surprisingly. And after a pickup of about, still moving.
Wow.
After a pickup of about 4, maybe 5 from Lewis, we have a stoppage of play.
86, the ball carrier for the Black Knights, Lewis.
A first down, possibly. I saw the ref run out and put his hands up in the air as to stop the clock. But the clock continues to wind.
Yeah,
I guess that was just to move the chains for the first down.
It's hard to keep up with this crew here tonight. I mean, they are doing a good job, but some things you thought you saw, you didn't see.
So after that play, it brings up a first down and 10. It's a deep shot far sideline, and it goes incomplete, looking for Abrams. Connected earlier in the game on a deep pass. This time, just not enough room on that far sideline. That'll bring up a second down and 10.
Yep, second down and 10. The clock is, clock is almost now like the 12th defender out there. You don't want to play around too much We need to get the ball moving down the field. And I still have faith that Hempfield can do that. However, Mifflin has something to say about that on their home field.
3:25 to play after the incomplete pass. Ball still marked at the Hempfield 30-yard line. So many weapons, though, for Catch to have at his disposal. Caban in the slot, Abrams, and Poole set out wide. Catch back the pass. First read isn't there. He'll wind up and fire. It's Poole with the step. Got his man. P.J. Poole brought down at the 30-yard line of the Mustangs.
Wow.
Penalty marker down at the line of scrimmage. We'll check it.
And Patrick Stewart with the touchdown saving tackle.
And this one's coming back.
Wow.
Previous spot, 10 yards. Previous spot, 10 yards.
So, you know, and I know I probably sound like a broken record.
Hold it. Number 52 offense.
Wow, look at
10-yard
that.
penalty. Keep it down.
But the reason why that holding is happening is because of the pressure being sent by Governor Mifflin that was almost non-existent in the first half. You know, I said what I said. That is what it is, you know.
Well, I got to tell you what, Nate Swanger called for the hold. Has to be sick with himself.
Oh, yeah.
The offensive lineman.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's going to officially be 2nd down and 20 from the 20-yard line of Hempfield. 5 wide receivers. Catch. A slip screen is on. Caban with blockers in front. Past the 30. Past the 35. Has a crease. And he goes into enemy territory. Brought down at the 49-yard line of the Mustangs.
So, Max, there are it's always more than one way to skin a cat out here. For Governor Mifflin, it's just do it until it works. Hempfield is switching it up a little bit. They're pulling some trick plays, not trick plays, but just some different things out of the hat that we haven't seen tonight, and they've held them for key points in a game like this. Good job.
Different version of the slip screen. Obviously, Caban not coming out of the backfield, but coming out of the slot. Still the same type of idea, though, with the blockers out in front. Dumping one now to Lewis, trying to make 2 men miss, and he does. Can't make the 3rd one miss, however, as Worley is there to stop him. After a pickup of about 1 on the play, it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9. We're under 3 to play, Nate. And take me back to that play that we just saw. Caban in the slot. Receivers go to block almost immediately. Linemen get downfield. Not a specific slip screen, but like I just mentioned, same kind of idea.
Same kind of idea, but, you know, just giving Mifflin different looks. And, you know, in the 4th quarter, fatigue is starting to become an issue too. So you got to remember that.
Kiever, the tailback. Catch back to pass. Winds. Fires. Caban caught, hammered around the 40-yard line.
Wow, you see the quarterback come up and put a shot on him, Max? With his non-throwing shoulder.
Indeed.
Let's look at it here, the replay.
Pushed out of bounds by LeBron Leaf, number 11, for the Mustangs.
Leaf, the quarterback, comes up with a big-time hit on the far sideline. Kiever out, Talbot in.
I mean, he popped him like it was nothing out there. Big plays here in the 4th quarter, Max.
Obviously 4-down territory. It's 3rd down and 4. Hempfield still with all 3 of their timeouts. We have some movement up front, and I think it's going to go against the defensive line.
Aye, Max.
Encouragement. Defense. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Yeah, and that just hurts, man. That just hurts. And late in games, when you're tired, the first thing to go is your mind, man. First thing to go is your mind. Your mind is what keeps you disciplined in scenarios like that where you need to focus on watching the football, not listening to the quarterback's cadence.
1st and 10 from the 37 after the penalty.
And you hear the fan in the background, watch the ball.
Empty backfield, or no, excuse me. It's still Abrams to the right, who was the intended target. I tell you what, Catch let that one float a little too high in the danger zone.
He did. Sometimes when he loads up the throw, it's like he keeps it up top for like almost a good 2.5 seconds before he gets it going. I don't know. It's just a different kind of release than I've seen in a while, and that time it just sailed on him. But he's still a very good quarterback, man. I mean, he showed that today, so can't take
Catch,
that away from
winds, fires,
Bang.
and has his man.
Wow.
Another big-time catch, not by a household name, however. It's Josh Howarth on the reception. That's his first catch of the game.
Wow. The 6'1", 175-pound senior making an impact. And once again, Catch is just throwing dots. You know, whether you like the way he throws it or not, it's accurate, it's on point, it's in stride, and he's moving his team down the field for the go-ahead touchdown win. Mifflin's got a problem on their hands right now.
Ball's marked at the 7-yard line. First down and goal. Back and forth battle throughout. This is what we expected here late stages of the fourth quarter. Caban in motion. Catch is hammered. It's Worley in there on the stop. And I tell you what, when you get hammered by that guy, not a good feeling.
No, not at all.
Number 52, David Facey.
Oh, Facey, excuse me. Facey, not
52,
Worley.
not 53. Okay, they got that. Oh, we got him down at the bottom. There we go. There we go. You know what, guys? We're human. You know, we make a mistake every now and again. We try not to, though.
Try not to. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Under a minute to play. And Mifflin has not called a timeout to preserve any time here.
No, they must. They're just going to let him play football, you know.
2-yard loss. Catch hit for the first time tonight. Second and goal from the 9. Back to pass. Looking for Abrams. Far sideline, way over the head.
Yeah.
And out of bounds.
Yeah.
That'll bring up a third down and 9, stopping the clock with 35 seconds to play.
Sales incomplete.
No one has left their seats here tonight.
Well, so, Max, the offensive coordinator is about to earn his check. He's been doing a great job this series for the Black Knights. But right now, what's the play call?
Well, you have so many different options. Caban in the slot.
He ain't running the ball.
Abrams.
He's
No.
not running the ball. He's not going to run it. Let me see. I could be wrong.
Keever in the backfield. Catch, pretty clean pocket. Steps up, fires, end zone. It's caught.
Wow.
No, it's not. It's incomplete. Looking for Caban for the second time tonight. And just like that, it'll bring up a fourth down and 9. And Brady Briscoe will come on for the second time tonight as far as a field goal attempt goes.
Here's a replay.
He's 1 of 1.
Okay, that's the wrong one.
That's the Abrams over. That's Abrams over the head. And Briscoe, well, I'll tell you what, Nate, all the pressure in the world on this youngster.
But he's been doing well all day. So
31-yarder. Briscoe up. It's tipped. It's blocked.
Whoa!
It won't go. It won't go.
Governor Mifflin. And Max, that's why they didn't call a timeout, because they didn't care. All the trick plays, all the sleight of hand. This team just plays tough, hard-nosed football and makes plays. And that's all they've done all daggone day. You can't be mad at that.
Student body loving it, obviously, for good reason.
Wow.
And I tell you what, I was wondering why the Mustangs weren't calling a timeout, and they kind of proved me wrong right there. Playing with fire, though.
Yeah, they played with fire, but I guess they had oven mitts on, you know. I guess they had some oven mitts on or something like that. But I just, man, I mean, you know, and ladies and gentlemen, you know, this is why they play the game. You can look at all the stats. You can listen to the sports writers and all the talking heads. And, you know, except for me and Max, we always know what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah,
so listen to everybody else you want to. It means nothing until you step out here on these lines.
Leaf all but taking a knee here to end this ball game. Obviously, 3 timeouts remain for Hempfield. Leaf running, and I don't know if he needed to take all that unnecessary punishment, but there's a timeout by Hempfield. That's their first, stopping the clock.
Yeah.
Timeout. Defense.
And at this point in time, if I'm Governor Mifflin, I don't run another play. You take a knee, right? You take a knee, finish out the rest of the time.
Don't turn the football over.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, don't get cute, right? You don't do that. Let's just – it worked out for you. It worked out for you. Don't.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. I just want to go back to that field goal. I got a feel for a kid like Briscoe.
He's been phenomenal all game.
I know.
But Max, when it left his foot, I saw it was low. That was a very low kick. So shout out to whoever blocked it on the Governor Mifflin end for just giving the effort. You know, you go extra points and things like that, field goals. These guys go out here and try to block 50 million of them and hardly ever get one. It's an effort play. Effort. And finally, the effort pays off.
2 timeouts remain for Hempfield. 2nd down and 8 from the 22-yard line.
We're still running the
Leaf,
ball, huh?
still running the football. Takes the snap. Finally, a whistle is blown with 13.6 remaining.
Man, oh man.
Timeout. Defense. That's their 2nd timeout.
LeBron Leaf, number 11, the ball carrier in the previous play, brought down by number 26. For the Black Knights, Logan Doherty.
Wow, what a game, man. What a game. You know, and it started out kind of, I'm not going to say slow, but not as
grudge match.
Yeah, not as entertaining as it was, but that second half really made a big difference.
Well, it's not over yet, if we're getting technical.
It's not over yet, but you know, I got the fork out. You know what I mean? It's almost time to stick the fork in them. It's almost time. And you know, for if you're Hempfield, you have no reason to hang your head this evening. You played a heck of a football game. You went out, you fought hard. But that old split right veer, it's like Novocaine. Just give it time, and it will work. Goodness.
3rd and 5. Leaf keeps it himself. Hit immediately, brought down around the line of scrimmage, and Hempfield uses their 3rd and final timeout.
Timeout. Defense, that's your final timeout.
9 seconds remain, and that'll force Mifflin to punt.
Wow.
Number 11, the ball carrier LeBron Leaf on the previous play, brought down by Black Knights, number 27, Gabe Buckwalter.
Next week, Plymouth Whitemarsh, Manheim Township.
Brings up a
It'll be a pretty long bus ride
Mustangs.
for Plymouth Whitemarsh, but we expect a pretty heavyweight battle with those two offenses going at it a week from tonight. Manheim Township's defense trying to answer back. Pitched a shutout in week 1, obviously giving up 30-plus points in week 2, and
yeah.
You know, we'll see what they do this weekend, but expect another barn burner a week from tonight.
And guess what? Plymouth Whitemarsh is coming out there to show that they can run with the big boys too. So
no question about it.
You guys don't miss that one next week.
Scheduling some out-of-conference teams, of course. Trying to get some quality wins on their schedule.
And I love it when coaches schedule quality wins, man. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to say any teams, but I know a lot of coaches that continue to schedule lesser teams. I didn't want to call them cupcakes, you know, because that's not nice, right? But
you know, trying to find the perfect balance of winning, but also trying to build your strength of schedule.
Yeah, like I know you wanna win, but you know, let's also challenge ourselves so we have a chance to be better in the playoffs. Today's game presented by Dean's Auto Plaza, Palumbo Foods, Reading Raptors, Paolo's Restaurant, Footworks, Berks County Views, and Land Hope Farms. Thanks again to the sponsors for making this happen. Couldn't do it without you.
And thanks for the student athletes putting together a great performance on the football field.
How about that,
for the
man?
viewers and the fans tonight? It's been a fantastic matchup, back and forth. Again, 20-17 currently the score. 4th down. And it looks like, Nate, with 4th down and 3 yards to go, Mifflin's going to try to get it, which is
why? I just don't know. He's going to run back and
he's going to
down
run
it
backwards.
No, don't go to the end zone.
Don't go to the end zone. And he goes into the end zone for the safety.
So, okay. They get 2
it's a
points
2-point game.
plus the ball, but there's no more time on the clock. We got 3.3 seconds on a big scoreboard over here to our left. I just don't. I guess Mifflin doesn't want to leave them any time, but you give them the rock back with 3 seconds left. You know, I guess you squib it here, but if they get a return and make something happen, I mean, you're going to hear about this for a long time.
You're going to answer a lot of questions around the school district.
You're probably going to get called a couple names and, you know what I mean, things like that.
Yep. 3 seconds to go. I'm shocked that just happened.
Well,
I'm shocked.
You know, I'm shocked. I'm slightly flabbergasted would be the word.
I mean, on 4th down, I guess what you're saying to yourself is you risk a bad snap on a punt is the only thing I can think of.
Well, but a bad snap on a punt, probably, I guess it ends up in a safety or maybe a touchdown by the other team if the other team's able to get it. I mean,
well,
situational football, Max.
Sometimes
situational
prayers
football.
are answered. And we'll see if Hempfield can get a calling here in the next 3.3 seconds. Mifflin leads by 1 after the safety. They'll have to boot this one away from their own 20-yard line.
Well, hopefully you'll see the squib kick. They're probably going to try to squib it directly down the middle, get a couple of hops from the ball, and make sure it's a tackle that they can actually come up and make clean tackle.
Obviously, Hempfield will try to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers.
Yep. I'd be pulling people up, man. They're not kicking that ball deep.
Well, Koenig has a serious leg on him. He's shown it here tonight. 20-yard line. Squib is on.
Squib.
Trickling past midfield, picked up. Pretty healthy pitch. And Caban still trying to move with it. Still has some running room. Past the 50-yard line. And absolutely drilled out of bounds. And the ball game on that note is over.
Good night, and thanks for coming out.
Well, the battle of two playoff hopefuls with serious implications in the future. Mifflin's able to come out with a victory on their home turf here tonight with a final score of 20-19. Nate, you never know what's going to happen when you come to the football field. And tonight is a perfect example of how crazy things can turn so quickly.
Yeah. I mean, you know, really good chess match between both coaches. You know, you see what's happening. And today's player of the game, LeBron Leaf, number 11, he did a lot to put his team in the position that they are right now.
Yeah, I think the biggest play of the game when you think about it, minus the opening drive rush, is the touchdown pass that none of us expected down in the corner of the end zone to Murray.
That none of us expected, but we're kind of begging for the whole game.
Right.
And maybe that's the game plan, you know. They run, and then throw it when you're least expecting it. Thank goodness it worked, because if it didn't, we'd be having a very different conversation here.
Well, LeBron Leaf, the player of the game, well-earned win as a whole by Mifflin. They get the job done here tonight, and they're going to have to continue to play some good football moving forward. Clearly, Hempfield's going to have to rebound off of this, but they're going to sleep well this weekend. I tell you what, on a Friday night, got to feel pretty good about themselves. Now they got the rest of the weekend to rest.
Yeah, and again, Hempfield, man, you guys played well tonight. Just, you know, a couple bounces here, a couple bounces there. It would have gone your way, but that's the game of football, man. That's the game of football. So very, very entertaining game. Very well played by both teams.
Very well attended game also. Shout out to the fans that made the trip out tonight to Governor Mifflin High School. Again, your final score, the Mustangs 20, the Black Knights 19. And shout out to our sponsors there, LeBron Leaf. Appreciate him with the T-shirt, and appreciate him putting together such a fantastic performance as well here tonight. For Nate Govan, my name is Max Gretzola. We'll be right back for the post-game wrap-up after this.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it wasn't an invite. You invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Hempfield.
Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to
Tell me if this is going to work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
We're pretty big. Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Welcome back to Mifflin Stadium, everyone. What a great performance from both teams here tonight. It was Mifflin walking away with a victory, 20-19 on their home turf. A lot of expectations for both teams coming in, not only to this game but this season as a whole. And when you think of, which way this one went tonight, it was almost of what we expected in that first half overall. As we welcome you high above the field here tonight, Max Ratzula, Nate Govan, great to be back with you for week number 3 of our 10 weeks of football here on Friday nights on the Flagship Network. Great performance from both teams. It was close. That's great for the fans. It's great for us as commentators. But it really is a showing of two teams with a grudge match back and forth throughout.
Back and forth, and two great coaching staffs that really took their time to develop this game plan and then throw in some little wrinkles in the second half to really kind of try to separate themselves from each other. And this is why you watch football, for awesome games like this.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. And you think about which way it went. Obviously, a 1-point victory for Governor Mifflin. Could have very well been a win for Hempfield minus a few mistakes, but Catch played a heck of a game. The receivers for Hempfield played a heck of a game.
Yes.
We keep on saying it was a back-and-forth battle. It truly was. But ultimately, the play of the game minus, I said it on the broadcast, that opening drive rushing touchdown by Leaf, that play to Murray in the corner of the end zone was probably the play of the night.
Well, I think it was too, and really, I like the play before it that set it up. It was a toss play out to the left that ultimately Mifflin got a penalty on. Took them back, 7-8 yards, something, I don't know, whatever it was. But then they go right back to the right-hand side.
Yeah,
they just take advantage of the mismatch with the height there, and that's big-time football, man. You can't beat that.
Well, both teams obviously are going to have to take steps forward here, minus the win, minus the loss regardless, because playoff implications are huge. Only week 3. Mifflin's going to continue to improve. They made mistakes here tonight. I know Coach Morrissey would tell you that. Coach Egger would tell you the same thing as well for Hempfield. So both teams in action a week from tonight. Hempfield drops to 1-2. Mifflin improves to 2-1 on this season. A lot of fun with you guys tonight. We'll be back Manheim Township next week as they take on Plymouth White Marsh. We'll have that one for you. Kickoff at 7 o'clock next Friday night. For Nako Van, my name is Max Gretzula saying goodbye from Mifflin Stadium. It's the Mustangs 20, the Black Knights 19.